Yo, what's up, my people? How y'all doing? It's your boy Devin Bate here again, representing Black Diamond FX. All right, and tonight I just wanted to show y'all the setup that I sent out to my team earlier today. All right, I told them that I thought that NQ as well as ES will be taking a little drop today. All right, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what I saw. All right, so I did my setup on NQ. All right, so the first thing I noticed I don't know if you guys remember, but we had this big old drop the other day when Trump announced those tariffs on China. This was that big old drop. All right, and it created this big, huge fair value gap right here, right? And you can see price started coming back up. We could say we were bullish, although if you look at it on a more condensed eyes, it's kind of consolidating. But I mean, the time frame was high enough to where we could get some buy opportunities in there, and we were making higher lows and higher highs. So you could say we were bullish, although it wasn't I mean, it's a big range considering the time frame, but it's not like it was constantly. See how we go up and pull back, go up, pull back, go up, pull back. So yeah, I mean it was still bullish. You had buy opportunities and you had sell opportunities. But what I saw was this big old fair value gap, right? We had this huge fair value gap. And price was around here, somewhere around there. So let me show you. Okay, so the first thing I did, I went on a 30-minute time frame. And I have a strategy, I call it my 8:30 candle strategy, right? Where I mark on a 30-minute chart and I mark the high and the low of the 8:30 candle. So let's do that. Horizontal ray, the 8:30 candle was there and there. All right. So you can see what happened. What did that 8:30 do in relation to liquidity? Well, let's go to the 1 hour chart because you always want to see, like I said, this is a fair value gap, and you want to see price tap into fair value. That's what I look for with my 8:30 candle. I want to see what kind of liquidity is being taken. All right, on the higher time frame. I know this is fair value. Let's look at it on the 1 hour. All right, so on the 1 hour, you can see, all right, it's still big old huge fair value. All right. Also, it swept this liquidity here inside of fair value. Okay. So it swept liquidity. We got that. That was this move up right here, manipulation move. All right. So seeing that, I'm like, yeah, we are going to take a little tumble. All right. Now remember, I marked my 8:30 candle. Now I'm just looking for my entry. All right. I go down to 5 minute. Let's see what I see. So on the 5 minute, let's go down to the 3. I like to take my interest between the 5 and the 3. All right. So now I see these consecutive black candles coming up that swept liquidity into the fair value gap. So now that I found this is the move that swept liquidity. So I'm going to look for a change in the state of delivery here, where this candle opened up at. All right. And with that, with a change in the state of delivery, I want to see a candle close below and then come back up into it. All right. And you can see it closed below and also came back up into this fair value gap right here, right here. And that was the trade right there. All right. And the target was actually liquidity down here, down here. All right. Because I know I like to trade one area of liquidity to the next. All right. So that was a target. But actually, it was a target. But as price started to come back up, this I exited. I exited because I didn't want to get a whole full retracement, which I knew price was going to pull back. All right. But I didn't want it to pull all the way back because you just never know. All right. But you can see the target did get hit. And let me show you guys. I'm a one contract wonder. All right. Check this out. From 250.54, I'm just going to show y'all how much money you could have made. All right. So if I put a buy limit at 250.54, 25054, and the target was 24701. 24701. Boom, $7,000. All right. 7,000. Now I only did about six. Six, I think six something. Yeah, I didn't make that because like I said, I got out early as I saw it pulling back. All right. I got out early. But 7,000, you could have held it all the way to the target. Now, let me show y'all something else. Another way, let's go back to the 1 hour. I don't know how many of you guys know about SMT divergence, but we also had SMT divergence inside that fair value gap. Watch, check this out. And that was also was a confirmation from here. Now this is NQ, and I'm going to type on there SMT with ES. All right. So see here, we went from a low to a high. Now watch ES. ES, we went from a high to a low. Right there. And I'm going to type SMT with NQ. SMT with NQ. Boom. All right. When you see this, 9 times out of 10, the market is about to drop. When you see it on the top side, when you see it on the bottom side, 9 times out of 10, the market is about to go up. Let's see. Do we have it on the bottom side? Does not look like it. Nope. All right. Let's see, we had it on the top side. Now, a lot of people would say when you get divergence, you want to trade, especially if it's bearish like this, you want to trade this one because it's the weaker. And it makes sense because look what happened. Price came up into fair value right here, into fair value. This is the 1 hour. All right. See, we got a sweep right there. Let's go down to the 15. See, we got the little sweep right there. Now watch this. Let's go to the 5. Let's go to the let's go to the 3 again. Just like we did the other one. All right. So now we got the sweep right here. And see right here, we only have 2 consecutive candles. All right. You could have counted this right here if you wanted to, either here or here, either one. But look, check this out. You could have took the CISD here. Look what happened. Came up right into this little tiny, tiny fair value gap right there. You could have caught it right there. Or if you wanted this whole move from here, all right, and then look what happened. Broke and closed below, came up into this fair value gap. It's a little bigger. So either one of those, all right. Personally, I prefer the one that sweeps liquidity, like this one right here. All right. I prefer the one that sweeps liquidity. All right. I don't know why. I just do. I just do. All right. I just like them liquidity sweeps. All right. But you could have traded either one, or you could have traded both. All right. I just wanted to show you guys that. Remember, look for that 830 candle. The 830 candle was key. Let's look at ES. I want to see what that 830 candle on ES look like. Let's go to the 30-minute chart. All right. Watch this. 30-minute was here and here. See, this candle is part of this move into this fair value gap right here. Let's go to the 1 hour. See, on the 1 hour, it's part of all of this into this fair value gap. All right. And then you got the manipulation up top, and then boom, we got the change in the state of delivery, your entry, and then drop it all the way down. Target this low right here. Down here. Let's see how much this one was from, let's go 3 minute. Let's go from here. What's that? 6227.5. Sell limit at 6227.5. All right. And the target was 6651.5. 6651.5. Hold on, I got my entry wrong. It was 6727.5. I say it's 62. It's 67. $3,800. See that? So from 6727.5 to 6651.5. 3,800. All right. Plus another what? Seven? You would have had an easy $10,000 day right there with only one contract. Well, really two, because one on ES and one on NQ. But that's how I find my trades every morning, every single morning. Some days you just have to be a little bit more patient than others. All right. But if y'all want to learn to trade with me, Black Diamond FX, just hit me up. You can look me up on Instagram, Black Diamond underscore FX. Look me up on TikTok at Devon B. Or leave me a message right here on YouTube. All right. Thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you guys later.